Yeah, I love you, you love me. Yeah, tune in to Daily Motion tomorrow for the whole song.
I know, Rusty the Robot. Not exactly menacing, right? But don't let the name fool you. There's more to me than meets the eye. But trust me, I can shred on the air guitar. You should see me in action. It's a sight to behold. See, back in '93, I wasn't just some pile of wires and circuits. I was the official chronicler for Nirvana's In Utero tour. Yeah, you heard that right. Captain N, my creator, thought it would be a gas to have a robot document the whole thing. He was a visionary, always thinking outside the box. Now Captain N knew I needed a crew. A robot can't do it all alone, you know? Enter Lithium, my best friend, since we were both prototypes. We've been through thick and thin together. He's a photography whiz, always rocking a camera around his neck and snapping pics like there's no tomorrow. His photos, pure magic. And let me tell you, that brother has an eye for capturing the raw energy of a moment. Every shot he takes tells a story. Rounding out our little trio was Friend, a compact little bot with a knack for languages. He was our communicator, our bridge to the band. He could translate Kurt's mumbles better than anyone else I knew. It was like he had a special connection with him.
Meeting the band was interesting, to say the least. It was a mix of excitement and nerves. Kurt was quiet, almost shy, but with these intense eyes that seemed to see right through you. He had this aura about him. Chris, the bassist, was a total goofball, always cracking jokes and keeping the mood light. He was the heart of the group. And Dave, the drummer, well, he was a force of nature, both on and off the stage. His energy was infectious.
It was the start of a wild ride, one that none of us would ever forget. And I, for one, was strapped in and ready to roll. The adventure of a lifetime was just beginning.
Life on a tour bus is something else, man. It's a unique experience that you can't really compare to anything else. Imagine being crammed into a metal tube with a bunch of sweaty, sleep-deprived musicians, their instruments, and all their gear. And let's not forget the mountains of dirty laundry that seem to multiply every day, enough to fill a dumpster. Yeah, it was about as glamorous as it sounds, but there was something oddly charming about it too.
But amidst the chaos, there was an undeniable energy, a buzz that kept us all going. It was a feeling that we were all part of something special, something bigger than ourselves. My main gig was recording the shows, capturing every moment of the live performances. Captain N outfitted me with some top-of-the-line recording tech, the best gear money could buy. So I was basically a walking, talking studio, ready to capture every sound. I'd set up shop backstage or in the wings, wherever I could find space. My circuits humming as I captured every roar of the crowd, every bone-rattling drum beat, every scream from Kurt's soul. It was electrifying.
But it wasn't all work and no play. We had our fair share of downtime. We spent hours on the road, cruising through the heartland of America, listening to music, playing cards, and talking about life, the universe, and everything in between. Those conversations were some of the best moments. Lithium, being the social butterfly he was, befriended everyone on the crew, from the roadies to the sound guys.
He had this knack for making everyone feel comfortable, no matter how tense things got. And his infectious laugh could be heard echoing through the bus at all hours, lifting everyone's spirits.
Lithium, man, that dude was a photographic ninja. He was always there, but you never really saw him, you know? He'd blend into the background, his camera becoming an extension of himself, capturing moments of raw emotion that most people wouldn't even notice.
He got the money shot of Kurt mid-scream, his face contorted in a mixture of anguish and ecstasy, a single tear rolling down his cheek. He caught Chris mid-air, his bass guitar a blur as he launched himself off the drum riser. And Dave, well, Dave was always a blur of motion, but Lithium managed to freeze those fleeting moments of pure, unadulterated drumming fury.
But it wasn't just the on-stage antics that Lithium documented. He captured the quiet moments too, the ones that revealed the real people behind the grunge facade. He got Kurt reading a book, a rare moment of peace amidst the storm. He snapped a shot of Chris and Dave goofing off backstage, their laughter echoing through the empty hallway. Man, the 90s were a trip. Grunge was king, and everyone was rocking ripped jeans, oversized flannels, and Doc Martens. We'd roll into a town, and the streets would be filled with kids who looked like they just stepped out of a Nirvana video.
Remember those clunky mobile phones? Yeah, we had one, and it was the size of a brick. And the internet? Forget about Wi-Fi and smartphones. We were stuck with dial-up, that agonizing screech as you waited for the connection to kick in.
We spent countless hours in record stores, flipping through CDs, arguing about the best bands and discovering new music. Tower Records was our temple, a haven for music lovers of all stripes.
And when we weren't immersed in the world of music, we were hitting up arcade halls, battling it out in Street Fighter 2, or trying our luck at skee-ball. Halloween night, 1993. The University of Akron was buzzing with anticipation.
The air was thick with the smell of stale beer, sweat, and teenage angst.
Costumes ranged from the classic, ghouls, goblins, and vampires, to the downright bizarre. We saw a guy dressed as a giant tube of toothpaste.
The mosh pit was a swirling vortex of limbs and hair, a pulsating beast fueled by adrenaline and cheap beer.
The music was raw.
I poured my heart and soul into every note. My voice echoed through the hall.
But it was during Smells Like Teen Spirit that the crowd truly erupted.
The entire place transformed into a giant mosh pit, a sea of bodies bouncing in unison.
I swear, I even saw a few ghosts and goblins joining in the fun.
Section 6. Kurt Speaks, a rare glimpse inside the heart of grunge.
Getting Kurt to open up was like trying to herd cats. The dude was notoriously shy, uncomfortable with the spotlight that his music had thrust upon him.
But Lithium, with his easy charm and disarming smile, managed to coax Kurt into a rare interview. "So, Kurt," Lithium began, adjusting his camera lens, "what's it like being the voice of a generation?"
Kurt scoffed. Voice of a generation? Man, I just write songs. I don't speak for anyone but myself.
"Your lyrics, they resonate with so many people," Lithium pressed. "What inspires you to write?"
Pain, Kurt mumbled, staring at his feet. The world's a messed up place, and sometimes music is the only way I can make sense of it all.
"What message do you hope your music conveys?"
Kurt looked up, a flicker of defiance in his eyes. "Think for yourself," he said, his voice low but firm. "Don't let anyone tell you what to believe."
Section 7. Smells Like Toddler Tunes, Kurt's surprise performance.
After the show at Akron U, we were all backstage, riding the high of another killer performance. The energy was electric, and everyone was buzzing with excitement. The air was thick with the smell of sweat, stale beer, and a hint of marijuana. It was a typical post-show scene, chaotic yet exhilarating. Kurt, surprisingly, was in a playful mood. He was usually so intense, but tonight was different.
He'd gotten hold of a Barney the Dinosaur doll somewhere, don't ask me how, and was using it as a makeshift microphone. It was hilarious and unexpected. And now, he announced, his voice dripping with mock seriousness, "For my next number, I'd like to dedicate this song to all the lovers out there." We all knew something special was about to happen.
He launched into a raucous, punk-infused rendition of the Barney theme song, complete with distorted guitars and pounding drums. It was a surreal moment. We were all in stitches, watching this icon of grunge belting out a children's tune with such deadpan seriousness. The crowd's laughter was infectious.
It was a side of Kurt we rarely saw, a glimpse behind the tortured artist facade. It was refreshing to see him let loose. It was a reminder that even amidst the chaos and angst, there was still room for laughter and absurdity. Moments like these were precious, showing the human side of a rock legend.
Section 8. Robot Reflections, Memories from the Mosh Pit.
As a robot, I don't experience emotions the way humans do. But that doesn't mean I'm not capable of understanding the power of music, the way it can unite people from all walks of life, if only for a few fleeting hours.
Touring with Nirvana was an education, a crash course in the raw power of rock and roll. I witnessed firsthand the fervor of their fans, the way their music could ignite a fire in the hearts of even the most jaded souls.
I saw the toll that fame took on Kurt, the way it chipped away at his soul, leaving him vulnerable and exposed. But more than anything, I remember the music, the raw, visceral energy of their live shows, the way it washed over you, leaving you breathless and exhilarated.
The quiet moments on the tour bus, listening to demos and sharing stories, the laughter, the camaraderie, the shared sense of purpose.
Section 9. Farewell to Nirvana, the end of an era.
The In Utero tour came to an end, just like all things do. We said our goodbyes, exchanged hugs and handshakes, and went our separate ways. I returned to Captain N's lab, my circuits buzzing with memories.
Lithium continued to capture the world through his lens, his photos becoming iconic snapshots of a bygone era. Looking back, I realized that I was privileged to witness a pivotal moment in music history.
Nirvana's music captured the angst and disillusionment of a generation, and their impact on popular culture is undeniable. Their music may have been raw and chaotic, but it was also deeply personal, a reflection of Kurt's tortured soul.
And in that vulnerability, millions found a voice for their own pain, their own struggles. Nirvana's flame may have burned brightly and quickly, but their music continues to inspire and resonate with generations of fans worldwide.